here are my audience members today. Today, I'm going to be talking about a topic that is very important to me, both medically and physically, and that is the skin condition known as psoriasis. Let's go over 3 different types of psoriasis and the commonality of them. The first one is plaque psoriasis. That makes about 80 to 90% of all psoriasis cases, so it's a pretty common type. The next one is psoriatic arthritis. Now, psoriatic arthritis is not what you really think, because it develops from plaque or cutaneous psoriasis, but usually plaque, and I'll explain why later. So that means that 30 to 33% of people with psoriasis are going to develop that type of arthritis. Cutaneous psoriasis only affects 8% of people with the condition, and I'll explain why that number is so low later. The big thing to know about psoriasis is that while it is treated, it is still yet uncured. To begin, let's talk about the self-defining symptoms. The first symptom is white or red skin patches, usually flaky. But however, according to Penn medicine, it can also be known as eczema. Penn medicine stated there's certain places that eczema could be noticed on the body. The back of the knees and the back of the elbows. While those are not always, those are usually where they are. Psoriasis, on the other hand, occurs on the face, the scalp, the head, and even the buttocks. To go further, psoriasis has symmetrical patterns rather than eczema, meaning if you cut your skin patch in half and it folds over, that's psoriasis right there. Eczema is less itchy, according to Dr. Milstein in Penn Medicine. He said that a psoriasis can lead to further bleeding and even further spread, as well as further piling up. The best way to tell that it's psoriasis rather than eczema is to go to a dermatologist who will later declare eczema or psoriasis. Through symptoms defined, causes yet buried. The big thing for psoriasis is its immune system dysfunction. T cells are part of the body and the immune system that attack viruses and bacteria. When T cells are wrongly triggered, they attack skin cells rapidly. By attacking skin cells, the skin cells start to rapidly produce in the body. This provides a further pileup, as well as many other things that stack the skin cells, and especially dead ones, on top of the body. According to AED, the American Academy of Dermatology Association, children with gutate psoriasis may not get it again. The reason is that gutate psoriasis is a different type of skin cell, which means the T cells are able to repair that and fix it back up, and that's why the percentage was so low before. Another huge defining cause is genetics. Genetics are a huge defining cause in psoriasis because there's certain genes that are recessive and dominant in psoriasis, so it's all complicated, so people don't know what it does. According to AED, the American Association in Terms of Dermatology, it's not contagious yet. If a family member has specifically a grandparent, father, aunt, uncle, cousin, you have a higher risk of getting it. However, scientists have also found that just because it's genetic doesn't mean you'll get it. They think and believe and now have found out that triggers cause psoriasis to show up. The main trigger that they've discovered is smoking. Smoking affects the T cells in your lungs, which causes T cells to rapidly reduce again, meaning they'll attack other things as well. Skin cells, perfect example. Another huge thing is alcohol, same thing. Liver cells, T cells attacking, trying to fix damage. Another huge thing is infections, both bacterial and from viruses. If your body's already weakened by your immune system and T cells are not rapidly producing enough to take care of the skin cells, those further it up, meaning there's more T cells going to be produced, but skin cells are going to keep getting attacked. So, with many causes, treatments have been insufficient, yet they are sufficient at the same time. I'll talk from my personal experience now. I've had psoriasis for many years. However, it was way worse before. Before I entered high school, it was all over my face, my body, my hands, my palms. I was white everywhere. Now here's the problem. My dermatologist wanted me to take steroids and inject them into my body. Now everyone knows the theory steroids cause cancer, but it's not really confirmed as well yet. But we use something called Ayurvedic medicine. Ayurvedic medicine is a certain type of medicine from India, which allows the body to reproduce certain cells. So this means I can reproduce T cells, and I went through pills, I took oil baths, and I took a syrup-like substance every day. Within a few months, during the summer, it was gone, but not totally. It just hid into my body. It's just there. So they made it back to recessive. However, there's still multiple things. Before that, we tried topical cream, which is what many dermatologists suggest. While it's not injecting steroids directly in your body, there's usually steroids in it, so it doesn't really affect you that hard. The next thing is phototherapy. Now, this is cool. This is the next science for dermatology, as well as psoriasis. Here's a quote from the National Psoriasis Foundation. The excimer laser can target areas of the skin affected by mild and moderate psoriasis and indicates where they are. This means that the laser can specifically target those spots without even being targeted manually. So that means that psoriasis has a certain type of foundation that is automatically transferable by biology. To finish off, psoriasis is still a very big mystery in the article Science and Medicine. Skin conditions have always been plagued with the psoriasis field. Let's take one more look at something. Here's the prevalence of psoriasis in our day. It's a commonality. 7.4 million people in the United States are plagued with psoriasis. While it's not a serious or threatening condition, it's still a pretty big number. 125 million of the 7-point-something billion people in the world have psoriasis. The commonality is what I'm trying to say. All these pictures are from healthline.com, which is a very reputable health source. All these numbers means the commonality is too big to ignore. And while it is hard to find something, a cure for something very hard and very complex, they're working on it. So I think psoriasis, with its commonality, cannot be ignored. Thank you, that's all.